Okay, another way you can express the for loop is using another range functions. Okay, so remember that last time I said range, like for example, let's say 3 means, right? This really means basically a list of elements starting from 0, right? All the way to some upper limit which is less than this number here, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2 in this case. So the range, let's say the 5 means what? It's really 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But there's another range functions. This range function will take two integer values as its input. So let's say range. This example is, let's say, 1 through 4. So this means the lower bound. And this means the upper bound, actually plus 1. Okay, this is important. So basically the upper bound in this case is really a 3. It's not 4. So what this means is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Or another example is, let's say range, let's say 2 to, let's say 5. Okay, this means this is a lower bound, so it's starting from the lower bound, so 2, 3, and 4, right? Because this is like upper bound plus 1, so actually upper bound is 4. So another so the example is, let's say 4 count. Let's say we use count as our variable name in the previous example, so I'll just use a different variable name. In this case it's count2. So we have a count2 in, let's say, range, let's say 2 to 5. We have to use the colon, and then print count2. So this will print in the first, it'll execute the count, this loop header, right? So first, this means actually 2, 3. So first, it'll execute this 2. I mean, it's the count value is a 2, right? So at the beginning it's a 2. So it's going to execute this statement. So as a display, this code will display 2. And then it's going back to the for loop, and then now the count value becomes 3, right? And then it will print 3 after you execute the statement, and it's go back to the for loop, and then it will execute the last one. So just going back and then execute this print statement, right? And then going back to this for loop and realize that it executes the last one already. So there's no more to execute. This should be your output, right? So let's instead of rewriting everything, I'm going to use the previous example. So let's say count is count2, range is this time is what, from 2 to 5, and then I'll just erase this. So count2, right? Value is count2. And let's just execute this file, save, and then I'm going to run this. So as you can see, it'll print 2, 3, and 4.